2025 is just around the corner, and if you're a restaurant owner, planning your marketing budget is one of the most important things that you can do. And so over the years, my team and I have spent tens of millions of dollars on ads helping our clients reach some of their best sales months ever. And so in this video, I'm going to break down how to set an effective marketing budget that aligns with your goals and help to grow your business without wasting a single dollar. And stick around to the end because I'm going to be giving out a free resource that help you calculate exactly what that budget should be. So here's the deal. Marketing is one of the best investments you can make in your restaurant, but you have to approach it the right way. And so the goal of this video is I'm going to help you figure out how much to spend based on your revenue and growth goals. And I'm also going to show you how to use metrics like customer lifetime value so you can confidently invest in your growth. And I'm only going to speak for what we've done. These are results that we've gotten for over 2,000 restaurants that we've personally worked with. So I know that there's some different strategies or ways that people like to set marketing budgets. I'm only going to speak about what we've been able to do so far working with the number of restaurants that we have. So let's start off with some general advice. For most restaurants, it's recommended to spend 3 to 6% of your total revenue on marketing. So if you go to Google right now or you go to ChatGPT and say, how much should my restaurant spend on marketing? It's going to give you about 3 to 6%. And this number is true if you want like a steady growth. You're not trying to go into crazy growth mode, but if you are going into growth mode, meaning you're a newer restaurant owner, maybe you're launching a new location, that number could be closer to 10 to 15% of your total revenue in the first 1 to 3 years that you're in business. So for example, if you're a restaurant that makes $100,000 a month, 3 to 6% of that is $3,000 to $6,000 a month. So if I'm a restaurant doing 100,000 and I just want steady growth, that's the amount that I'm going to allocate there. But if you're aggressively trying to grow, maybe this is a new location, this number might be upwards of $10,000 a month. And to take this even a step further, let's talk about growth more. So if your goal is to double your revenue, so let's say you're this $100,000 restaurant and you want to get to $200,000 in 1 year, we have found that that's going to take a larger investment, or you need to really be ready to invest. So one of the biggest mistakes I see is restaurants trying to grow. They're like, oh my gosh, I want to double my business, but they only want to spend, let's say $2,000 in this case, which is 2% of their total revenue that they want to get to. I'm sure there's somebody in the comments to say, I only spent $2,000 on ads and I double my business. Great. But for the vast majority, just based off of what we've seen, if you're using any type of digital marketing or paid ad strategy, is you can get some of these crazy numbers, but you have to be ready to invest a lot in that growth. You have to invest in more people seeing your business and getting in front of more new customers. So if I'm this $200,000 a month customer, that's what I want to get to, this is my target revenue, it's more likely that I'm going to be investing in that $10,000 a month range or potentially even higher to make that happen. So again, this is a hard pill to swallow for some restaurant owners because the idea of spending that much money can feel foreign. And you hear about all these successful restaurants that say, hey, I've never spent a dollar on marketing and we're this successful. And those situations do happen, but those restaurants, for the vast majority of people, are not in the top 0.1% of products on the market that are going to allow them to do so. So the most successful restaurants know how to do this math backwards and understand that advertising is what puts more eyeballs in front of your brand. So let's talk about an example here to give you more confidence of knowing your numbers and how to have confidence in spending money to make money. So if we're going to say that your average ticket in this case is going to be $40, and let's say your food costs are about a third or close to it, or $15 is you're going to have some other staffing costs, some other costs here, but let's say cost of goods sold is going to be $15. Well, that means that you're left with $25 margins after your costs. Now, figure out how much you're willing to spend for a customer. If I'm running a marketing campaign and I can get $5, even $10 to get a customer, a new customer to my business, well, that means that I can even spend up to maybe, let's say like $20 to get a customer, and these numbers still work out. So instead of thinking about when you're spending marketing dollars like, oh, what's my marketing budget exactly, really figure out, is the campaigns that you're running like producing more money than you're taking in. And so the other key with tracking, just take this even a step further, is if you know your customer acquisition cost and you also know the lifetime value of your customers, you can confidently spend money even more aggressively on marketing. So let's take the same exact scenario here where you're spending, let's say $20 even on a customer to get a $20 customer acquisition cost. So CPA, cost per acquisition. Now, you know that this $20 customer is going to come back 8 times over the course of a year. Now, I don't even have to profit on this first customer right here, because all I care about is if I can get customers in and break even, then I know that I'm going to earn, so this is their first visit, right? I'm going to earn an additional 7 visits from them. And this is where you can really feed the system and be hugely profitable because you're earning money over time. Just to give you an example of some clients that we're working with applying these principles and getting results is, I'll put on the screen here, but Dan is actually one of our clients that saw impressive year-over-year growth when he applied what I'm talking about in this video. We helped him increase his food sales to help represent 40% of their total sales. So I think before they were getting a lot of bar sales, but just like not able to bring customers over to like the food side. And so now that represents about 40% of their total sales, and their staff was working more in the kitchen than they ever have. They would actually do sometimes in a night what they would do in previous months, which is insane. So I'm not going to play the whole testimonial here, but I'll leave it in the comment section if you want to check out what Dan has to say more about, you know, what kind of results he's gotten when he's worked with us. The second scenario that I want to share with you is Wild Pasture Burgers, and they've seen a 35% increase compared to last year. Some interesting insights into their business is their September sales in 2024 reached 190,000 compared to 140,000 in 2023. So significant year-over-year growth, not just in revenue, but for tickets as well. So 6,751 tickets were September 2024 compared to 5,354 in the previous year. So increase in revenue, but just an increase in the amount of customers that are coming through the business. Okay, so you're starting to understand how this works, and here's how you can start approaching scaling your marketing budget. So first and foremost is start small. So for example, if your revenue is at $100,000, while I was poo-pooing on running a $2,000 ad budget towards that, which would be only, let's say, like 2%, it's okay to just start small and get confidence and then move the budget up from there. If this is your first time doing these types of things, you don't have to just blow out your whole ad budget just to spend it. It's okay to start small, get confidence that you're seeing results, and then move the budget from there. So once you see results, customers are coming in, online orders are increasing, you can feel more confident about increasing your spend. And as you scale, you're going to start hitting those bigger revenue goals while also being able to maintain profitability because you know your numbers. So when it comes to setting your budget for 2025, how should you go about that? Well, the plan is, so number one, start by analyzing your revenue and growth goals. Where's your business currently at right now and where you want to be? And then either apply that 3 to 6% of your revenue if you want to stable or only slightly grow. Nobody wants to just stay where they're at forever, but grow a little bit, 10 to 15% in growth mode. But think about the target revenue, not just where your current revenue is. So if your goal is $10 million a year, base your marketing spend on that target, not where you are today. And remember, you don't have to spend everything at once. Start small, track your results, and scale up as you see success. So I mentioned in the start of this video that we're gonna have a free resource. It's just a simple budget calculator. This is what we'll do with our customers when they first sign up, just to help them understand where their goals are and how we can help them plan out like what's the right amount of budget to apply to what they're doing to help them get to where they want to go. So The bottom line is really simple. Marketing is not as an expense. It's really an investment in your restaurant's growth. And when you take the time to work backwards from your goals and track your results, we can confidently set a budget that drives real and measurable outcomes. And if you're serious about growing your restaurant in 2025, we'd be happy to chat more about your business. We work with restaurants that have at least a physical location, doing at least $1 million a year. So you have to have at least one location. And so if you feel like you fit that criteria and you want us to help you with some of the stuff that I'm going over in this video, you can book a free consultation with us. We'll craft a custom plan to help you hit your revenue targets while also getting the best bang for your buck on your marketing dollars this year. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. Grab that free resource below, and best of luck on your marketing endeavors for 2025.